Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Um, I have given some of the assignment queries, right? Everyone completed it. Others, I'm clearly audible, right? Any disturbance you are feeling?
Yes, ma'am.
Then answer me. What did you guys completed the assignment queries or not? Only two of them are completed. Vaidehi, Ashwin, Pawan.
Ma'am, I was absent yesterday class, ma'am. Today I will go to the recording class.
Completed few, but not all.
Okay, fine. Guys, yeah, Pawan. Why not completed? Okay. Hema, can you share your screen? Okay, ma'am. One second. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, Hema, first point. This is the first question.
Ma'am,
Yeah, Hema.
is it visible to you?
Sorry.
Is my screen visible to you?
Yeah, it's visible. Tell me the first query. What is the first one?
Okay. Write a query to display fourth minimum salary.
Okay.
Select salary. From employer. Resume. Where. Query.
Okay, 4,000 is the fourth minimum salary. Everyone got the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Amrita, you can tell me the next query.
Write a query to display third maximum salary and third minimum salary. Ma'am, how can we display both like in the same query, both third maximum and third minimum?
By using the operators?
I didn't get it, ma'am, like this query.
I've given a query, write a query to display third maximum salary or third minimum salary, right?
By using OR operator, it can execute it.
Yeah. If you have to write select salary from employee, you have to write the subquery, then you should write two subqueries by using the OR operator. Any others
within
executed
the
this?
within the where condition, ma'am.
Yeah, within the where condition.
Okay. Select salary. From employee as A. Where T is equals to within the parenthesis select count of distinct salary cloak from employee as B, where A dot salary is less than B dot salary. Ma'am, like now I have to use yeah.
Just a minute. You have used the nth value directly, so you should give less than or equal to that. Just less than. Right.
It's less than or equal to, no?
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you are about to add something. Hima, write
Hima,
the
it's
less than or equal to.
Here only.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Amrita, you can continue.
like ma'am, now I should write or condition in this or
Yeah, now you have to add the or condition.
okay.
You have to first close the parenthesis.
Okay.
Close the parenthesis of one subquery. Then
Or
start with
or 3 is equals to select count of distinct salary
within the parenthesis. This is the second subquery you are writing in a file. Okay.
okay. close the bracket. From employee as B,
B, B
B,
dot
B. Where A dot salary greater than or equal to B dot salary. Semicolon.
This is how we are going to get the like here, since we have selected the salary columns, only the salary column should get displayed. That what happens, the third maximum and the third minimum salary both will get displayed at a time. Okay, so the whole salary column will get displayed. Here 4,000 and 4,000, both 4,000 are the third maximum salary. Okay, and 3,000 is the third minimum salary. Okay, in both, in the above query you can see we have displayed the fourth minimum salary. We got 4,000, so 3,000 is the third minimum salary. Got it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Everybody, others?
Ma'am, we cannot use or in one subquery itself.
Sorry.
Where we cannot use or operator in one subquery itself, like where A dot salary less than or equal to B dot salary, or
Yeah, you
A
can.
dot
You
salary
can.
greater than or equal
Yeah,
to B dot.
yeah, I understood. Just a minute, let me answer. Okay, you can use. Okay, if they have asked both the question like third minimum salary and third maximum salary, you can use the in the where condition itself. What if they given third maximum salary and seventh minimum salary? You should write it separately, right?
No, ma'am, they have asked third maximum and third minimum.
Yeah,
I know. I have given the question in that way. I have
I'm
told
saying
you
if
that.
ask seventh minimum salary at third maximum salary, then we have to use another way the sub condition.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Frin, you can tell the next slide.
Write a query to display seventh maximum salary.
Okay.
So select salary from employee as A. Where 6 is equal to,
Sorry.
where 6 equals
One second. Okay, tell me. Wait.
where 6 equal to, am I audible? 6 equal to,
Yeah.
open the parenthesis, select count of count
Frin, you are not clearly audible. There is
salary
some disturbance.
close the parenthesis from employee as B, where A dot salary less than B dot salary. Close the semicolon.
It is an empty set because since we have selected for displaying the, and the thing is like we have more than that value, right? Like we have maybe not that much range of values. See here we ask for seventh maximum value, right? So it is showing the empty set. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the next query is like sixth minimum salary, I think, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the same way, but the changes are like we need to use in the joining condition greater than symbol.
Greater than.
Yeah, and the number nth value changes from 5 or
5.
if you want to write the direct like nth value, you should mention the 6 itself. Okay. Then Pavan, can you tell me the next query?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Fourth and right, ma'am.
Sorry.
Write a query
Yeah, okay.
to display a sixth minimum salary.
That is okay. In the next one.
Write a query to display
Hmm?
first three maximum salary.
First 3 maximum salary. I think I have done it.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, Maximum salary.
Write a query to display first 3 minimum
Minimum
salary.
salary.
Yeah. Pavan, write a query to display first 3 minimum salary. You need to
Yeah,
tell
ma'am.
the query for that. Yeah.
Select distinct from employee as a where 3 greater than or equal to
Wait,
Slowly. She need to type, right?
select distinct salary from employee as a
Yeah.
3 greater than or equal to
Directly 3.
where 3 greater than or equal to select count distinct salary from employee as B. Where A salary greater than or equal to B salary. Semicolon.
where A
A salary greater than or equal to B salary.
A dot.
Semicolon. Semicolon.
These are the first 3 minimum salary. Okay. Pavan, you should be clear while telling the query or while writing the query. Okay. You should mention each and every things in detail. Like you has there where you missed out and like telling A dot salary, you should be clear. Okay. You should
Yes,
not just uh like you can't say it in that.
yes.
Okay. Kanaka Lakshmi, next query.
Write a query to display first 5 maximum salary. Select Select distinct salary from employee as A, where 5 greater than or equal to open parenthesis select count open parenthesis distinct salary close parenthesis from employee as B, where A dot salary less than or equal to B dot salary close parenthesis semicolon.
Okay, these are all the 5 maximum salaries we have in our table, right? Everyone got the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kavyashri is the next 5.
Yes, ma'am. Write a query to display all the employee details, those who are earning fourth maximum salary. Select star, comma, salary from employee as A, where 4 is equal to
4.
is equal to open parenthesis select count select SELE count open parenthesis distinct salary close the parenthesis from employee as B, where condition A dot salary less than equal to B dot salary. Close the parenthesis. Semicolon.
Here they asked to display all the employee
Employee
details,
detail.
and they have asked given a condition that to display the fourth maximum salary. Okay, since you will provide the star to display all the employee details in the select statement, no need to write the salary column again. Okay, in the previous queries they have not mentioned the particularly you should display this thing. They have provided a query related to salary, so we were taking the salary column in the select statement. Here they have directly given that you have to display all the details of the employee. Don't need to take the salary separately. Okay, you just mention the star in the select statement. It is enough. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we take directly nth value, right?
Sorry,
Nth value, ma'am.
nth value.
Uh, here, here we told, here you told that fourth maximum salary, right?
Yeah,
Uh, then we write direct nth value.
Yeah. That's why in where
not
condition we
getting.
use equal.
In where
Greater
condition?
than,
Yeah, in where condition we are. Yeah, obviously we are going to take the nth value.
Okay.
Inner query
Sorry,
where
I'm not
condition use
getting
less
you.
than equal to you mention. If you not only less than, you show n minus 1 value.
Okay.
Just like choose there another syntax. You can use any syntax which is convenient to you guys. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Then. Yeah, Sneha Gowda.
Yes, ma'am.
Next query.
Okay, ma'am. Select.
There is a query first.
Okay, ma'am. Write a query to display all the employee details, those who are joined the company first. Select star from employee. Select a star from employee as a enter where 1 equal to open parenthesis. Select count within parenthesis higher date. Close the parenthesis. Enter from employee as B where A dot higher date is
What?
greater than symbol B dot higher date. Close the parenthesis. Ma'am, for me also it came empty set. I do not getting the reason.
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay,
I'll tell
ma'am.
you the reason. The query you have to since they have given the people who join the company first means nothing but like you can take max. Okay, we need the max value. So we are going to write like the first group, the people who are joined first. So we are going to write here, you have taken the first one directly you have provided. Then what I said in the syntax, we should give in the joining condition, we should provide whatever we use, like less than or greater than, you should provide it with the equal to. Okay. And another thing is you should use inside the count function, you should use the distinct class. Hema, can you write the query again, type it again by correcting these mistakes?
Select star from employee.
Just a minute, wait. She'll just please take it from that above. Just press the down arrow. Yeah, just correct it. Just
Equal to, ma'am.
equal to, yeah. See, Okay, follow the syntax. If you miss any single thing in the syntax, you won't get the value. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
everyone got the same answer?
Ma'am,
Yeah, Kavish.
ma'am, in count, I use only higher date it display. If machine should write distinct.
If you want, if you are okay to get the answers in a duplicate values, you can
Okay.
write without this. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. But since I have given the syntax in a default way, better to follow that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. In the syntax, it is provided distinct, right? I have given in the syntax.
Yeah, yeah.
So just
Okay.
use it. Okay. Okay. Then yeah, you can stop presenting. Thank you. Okay, the last query was write a query to display all the employee details, those who are joined the company first. Okay, so that was the query we written for that. What if they asked write a query to display all the employee details, those who are joined the company recently? What is the change? What are the changes you want to make?
Where condition will write A dot higher date as less than or equal to B dot higher date.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's simple. That is not where condition. You will mention the where condition twice. So you while saying that inner query condition is the joining condition, mention it as a joining condition. Okay, you have both where condition in both like in the outer query also and also in the inner query, right? So mention it joining condition in the inner query. Yeah. Okay, we need to change that. There in the previous one we have written greater than or equal to. If they asked recently, the people who joined now, like recently, means you should give the less than or equal to in the joining condition. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have the last topic that is normalization. This is completely theory part. Okay, normalization. Where did I use this word? I used this somewhere
Difference
before.
between DBMS and RDBMS.
Yeah, correct. Difference between DBMS and RDBMS, which will support normalization, which won't support normalization.
RDBMS will support normalization.
Yeah, DBMS won't support for normalization. What is this normalization?
Design the data.
It is a database design technique. Okay, there will be certain conditions or rules. If the table doesn't follow that rules, means that table we'll call it as a complex table. Okay, that complex table we are going to make it smaller tables. That process is done by using this normalization. Okay, it is completely, so we call, where will be the tables present in the database itself, right? So we'll call normalization as it is a database design technique. Okay. What is this normalization means? We are going to divide the complex table into the several small tables so that we can get so that that table we'll call it as it is in the normalized form. Okay. So uh, to satisfy those conditions, uh, to do the normalization, like there should be no redundancy and dependency. These are all the two rules. First rules, dependency should not be there and redundancy should not be there. What is this dependency and redundancy means? Dependency, redundancy. Dependency means if the columns of the table, we have a table, it contains some of the columns. Okay, if the columns of the table are depending on the non-primary key columns. Okay, we have in the table, we have so many constraints, right? In that constraint, we have one constraint that is primary key constraint. We can assign that primary key constraint to any one of the column of the table, right? So, if other columns of the table are depending on the primary key table, that is okay. If other columns of the table that are depending on the non-primary key means the column which is not assigned with the primary key. Simple. Okay. If the columns are depending on a column which does not assign with the primary key, that is called dependency. Okay. What is redundancy means? Redundancy means like there should be in the table or in the column, there should be not, it should have, if the table, if we have a table, in that we will consider one particular column. In that column, there should be, if there is a unnecessary repetition, like we have a phone number, we have a repetition of the phone numbers. If we don't provide the unique, we can repeat, right? If we don't provide the unique constraint, we can repeat. But what about the employee names? There will be repetition, right? The same name will be there for others also. Yeah. The unnecessary repetition of the data is called redundancy. There should not be dependency. There should not be redundancy to normalize the table. Okay. If these are the first rules. If we how to identify that this table is complex means we have certain rules. These are the two rules, first two rules, that is there should no dependency, no redundancy. If there is a dependency and redundancy, we should go to that table and we should take divide it into several tables, means we need to divide them into small tables, then we'll say that is in the normalized form. Okay, dependency is the first rule and redundancy is the second rule. Then normalization is proposed or invented by EF Cod. Who is EF Cod?
Father of RDBMS.
And another thing,
Co-founder.
Founder of DBMS.
Co-founder of
co-founder. Yeah, Raymond Boy is the founder. He'll get upset if we say EF Cod is the founder. Okay. EF Cod is the co-founder and also he is the father of RDBMS and also he invented the normalization technique. Okay, in the year of 1970. And in this normalization, he introduced totally 6 normalization forms. Okay, totally he introduced 6 normal forms and 1 boycott forms. Boycott normal form. Okay, but in these 6 normal form and boycott form, we need only first 3 normal forms. Okay, those are all the those 3 were in the use. Okay, first normal form, second normal form, and third normal form. we are going to use, or we are going to learn mostly about these three normal forms. And if a table is satisfying the rules of first three normal forms, then that table we can say that it is in the normalized form. Okay. And as I said, like complex table, we can identify it by some of the rules which is given. Like here we gone through dependency and redundancy. Now we have first, second, third normal forms. In those also we have some certain rules. So if the table is not like if the table is not in the way which we proposed rules, then we call that table as complex table. Then we are going to make it into small tables. Okay. First one is first normal form. Okay. First normal form. The rule of the first normal form is each and every cell in the table should contain a single value. Okay, each and every cell should contain at least single value. It should not be empty and it should not be even two values. Okay, here, see here in the first table, we have we have totally 4 data. In that, Ramya contains, like in the Ramya data, the contact number contains two values, right? So this is not satisfying the rule. What is the rule? The rule is that the cell should contain only one value, right?
Yes.
So here it contains two values. So we need to normalize it in this way. We are going to take another row and we are going to mention that alternative number in that row. Okay. This is how we are going to normalize for the first normal form. Okay, this is the rule of the first normal form. What is that rule? Rule is that the cell should contain only one value. If it is here in this table, we have two values. So we normalized it in this way. Okay, then we have the second normal form. What is the second normal form means? It has some conditions, some rules. The first rule is the table should obey the rules of the first normal form. What is the rule of the first normal form?
Contains single value in the column.
Yeah, that is the rule of the first normal form. To do the second normal form, that rule should get satisfied. And there is another rule that add on with this. That is, there should be functional dependency between the columns, but there should not be partial dependency. What is this functional dependency and partial dependency means? Functional dependency. Functional dependency means all the nine like non-primary key columns. Okay, the columns which is not assigned with the primary key, those are all the columns we call it as non-primary key columns. The non-primary key columns of the table that should be directly depending, that should directly depend on the primary key column table. Okay, if that is like if the all the non-primary key column table data is depending directly on the primary key column data, then it is called as functional dependency. What is this partial dependency means? The non-primary key column of the data is depending on another non-primary key column of the data. That means partial dependency. Okay. The rule is, first thing is it should obey the rules of first normal form. And the second rule is there should be functional dependency, but there should not be partial dependency. That means, see here, we have a table with the 5 datas. Okay. Here, all the columns are depending on the employee ID. By taking the reference of employee ID, we can get all these columns, all this column data. If I give where empid is equal to 4, display employee name, I will get Amrita data, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So all the columns are depending on the employee ID, right? Means employee ID, what we assign employee ID a primary key constraint, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So all these columns are depending on employee ID directly, except department. To write the department, main reference what we'll use, department number, right? Depending on the department number only, we have the department. Not by depending on the employee ID, are we giving the department name or department to a person by seeing into the name or employee ID? No, right? By looking into the department number, we are going to give the department, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
If I take like display, select distinct department number or distinct department, means if I give where department number is equal to 10, I will get just testing. But we have people, there are 2 people working in the testing, right? So how it happens that department column is completely directly depending on department number, but indirectly depending on employee ID. The rule of the second normal form is there should be functional dependency, but there should not be partial dependency. What is functional dependency? All the non-primary key values should be directly depending on the primary key value, but the department column is indirectly depending on the employee ID. So this is not satisfying the rules. So what we are going to do, we are going to divide the table. Here I divided in this way: employee name, contact number, salary, address, and department number. These columns are directly depending on the primary key column. So I written this table separately, and this department is directly depending on the department number. So I written that table separately. Now this table satisfies the rules of the second normal form, right? Clear? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we have third normal form. Third normal form. What this third normal form says means, the first thing is like the table should obey first normal form and the second normal form rules. And another add-on is there should not be a transitive functional dependency. Transitive functional dependency means it is we can call it as derived dependency also. Here what happens, the values of non-primary key attributes were derived from another non-primary key attributes. Okay, attribute is nothing but column. Okay, attributes, the non-primary key attributes that is derived from another non-primary key attribute, that means transitive dependency. Here, see here, I have already divided this table. Okay, for example, here there is a like gender column. We have another gender column. Can we like in the gender column we have female, male. Okay, female means we can mention as F, and male means we can mention as M. Means this gender ID is derived from the gender column, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is how here can I take this gender that by the employee ID, depending on the employee ID? We can't take. We can't take in such way, right? So it can't be derived. The gender ID cannot be derived from the employee ID, but it can be derived from the gender column. The one like, or else we can we derive the gender ID by names? No, there will be some similar names. We can't like differ that the gender of the person, right? So, but we can derive that if the gender column contains female, then the gender ID will be F. Then we can say if the gender is male, the column, the row, then we can derive that gender ID has M. So what the transitive dependency means, the non-primary key column, that is gender, that another non-primary key column, that is gender ID, that this gender ID is derived from the gender. Okay, so there is a transitive dependency is there. If we write the complete table, if I include gender column here, that table contains a transitive dependency. But the rule is there should not be the transitive dependency. So by using this normalization technique, I I divide that particular complex table into smaller tables. I separated this gender ID and gender has another table, and the other columns into another table. Okay, this is how the normalization works. These are all the three normal forms. This is completely theory. Okay, just understand the thing, and if the in interview if they asks, just tell it in a clear way. Okay, clear? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So we need tomorrow another class to give the notes. Okay, I'll let you know, guys, if there is a class on tomorrow or not. Okay, before today, I want to give the notes for this normalization topic. For today, I think it's enough. It's already done.